Hello, so today I'm going to talk to you about vaccine titers. This is an up and coming topic that I'm really happy people are starting to talk about. So, a vaccine titer is where you typically take a blood sample from an animal and you are testing their response or their antibodies that are floating around in their blood that would respond if they were exposed to a disease. The most common ones that have titers available for the vaccine themselves nowadays are rabies, distemper, and parvo. More people are considering doing titers on their dogs instead of doing annual or every 3-year vaccines. Now, there are some caveats to vaccine titers that you have to know when you're going in. So number one, they do tend to be a little bit more expensive than doing the vaccine themselves. Most of the time, the titers have to be sent out to a lab. There have been some up and coming in-hospital tests, but most of them have to be sent out to the lab to actually get a numerical value to see if they have enough of a response or enough antibodies to the disease. One of the other caveats is when it comes to rabies titers, there are quite a few states that do not recognize rabies titers instead of doing vaccines. So the state that I practice in is a good example of that. You can do a rabies titer on your rabies titer test on your dog all day long, but the state will not recognize it. They will consider your dog unvaccinated if they were to bite someone after doing a titer test. I have seen also some non-veterinary clinics that are now offering titers. I want to add on a little caveat to that as well. Since it is a medical test, it does need to be read by a veterinarian, so it's okay if you get titers pulled at a place like that, but the information from the titer needs to be given to your veterinarian so that they can have it. So if you're wanting to do titers, that's really a discussion to have with your own personal veterinarian of 1, do they do them? 2, what are the costs? And 3, if they even accept them. If you have a veterinary clinic that also does boarding, they may say, well, yeah, we can do the titer for distemper and parvo, but we're not going to accept it for pre-boarding vaccines. So something that's up and coming, and actually something that I hope is going to be used a little bit more in the near future. So definitely something to pay attention to.